we never accept change, isn't it? Outwardly, you may express different emotions, but in your innermost core, you must be able to continuously see that all the incidents outside are like beads that are strung on the common thread of existence. The thread is what holds them together. Excuse me. See, many people ask, we don't intentionally worry. How do you then say that we bring worries upon ourselves? We'll be having this question, isn't it? Please understand. Mauli, go live. Oh, you want me to message you? Okay. Yes. See, please understand. How do you say that we bring worries upon ourselves? Because we don't intentionally worry. That is what you may feel. See, understand. Worry has become the unconscious state of our mind. You don't have to put any intention into it. It simply happens. That's all. You don't have to make a conscious effort. It is there in you all the time. A small story. A woman called up the reception desk of a hotel and screamed for help. The receptionist came to her room. The lady screamed at her, I can see a naked man across the way in the window of the other room. The receptionist looked through the window and saw a man standing with his upper body bare. She said, that receptionist said, ma'am, only his upper body is bare. How can you conclude that he's naked? See, she doesn't know whether he's wearing anything down or not. So how can she conclude that he's naked? The lady screamed, get on top of the wardrobe and see. Now, who will get onto the wardrobe and see? Why this lady has to go onto the wardrobe and see? Tell me. Even if everything is all right, we search with a torchlight for worries. See, if that lady sees like this, she can see only upper body. Why she should worry? She got onto a wardrobe and peeked. Then she found he's naked and then she's worrying. Look at that. We don't do this intentionally at all. We do it in the most natural fashion ever. That is the problem. We search with a torchlight for worries, but we do that with a natural fashion. That is the problem. Our state of mind has to undergo a 180-degree change. A small story. A policeman was going on his night round when he saw a cow dead in the middle of a lane. He started dragging the animal towards the adjacent street. A passerby asked him why he was dragging the dead animal all that way. The policeman replied, when I report this tomorrow, it will be easier because I know the name of that street. Because we don't know how to be spontaneous, we are worried all the time. We complicate things in our lives in order to fit them into our framework. We don't live in a fluid way. Understand? When you live in a fluid way, you don't have to work unnecessarily. You can simply enjoy and move on. For example, if I now tell you that you should be blissful always, you will start worrying about how to be blissful. You know, to start anything only with worry. That is the problem. That is why most of the time, when you ask Swamiji something, he never tells you anything directly or in many words. He utters very one word maybe. He simply tells you a few abstract statements so that your mind cannot be put into any track of worrying. But at the same time, he gives you the energy to understand and implement. Many people will ask, how do we start following what you are saying if we don't start worrying about it? Just absorb the energy and inspiration behind Swamiji's words and start living in the present. That's all. When you allow logic to come in, the trouble starts. J.K. Krishnamurti, Jiddu Krishnamurti, he says very beautifully, about stillness of mind. He says, how are you going to make it happen? If you start wondering how, then you're going to set a system for that. Then again, mind is active, isn't it? It's not still anymore. So how are you going to make your mind still, absolute still? That is the real austerity, he says. The absolute stillness of mind is the real austerity. What he's telling, what here Swamiji talking about worries, is one and the same. He says, when a cloud is happening, just watch that cloud without any identity, without any giving any meaning to it. That means what? He's talking about present moment. Same thing Swamiji here is telling. He's talking about silence. He says, leave the logic. When you allow logic to come in, the trouble starts. Start living in the present, Swamiji is saying. Just feel the energy behind my words. What I call the silence with which I'm trying to enter you all the time. This silence will ultimately take you where it has to take you. Never try to get into the real meaning of my words, he says. Swamiji says, I have my own dictionary while you have yours. It will not match. Just absorb the energy. Energy is intelligence. It will guide you. Never collect words. Only intellectual nuts collect words and more words. They collect words and get more and more confused. They collect words thinking that they will get clarity at some point in time, but it never happens. Whatever Swamiji says, even if it seems contradictory, it is the complete truth for the moment that it is spoken. Same thing yesterday, he might have spoken in a different way. At that moment, that is the complete truth. Whatever he says is the complete truth for that moment that he is speaking it. But you cannot infer from his words alone. So, for that moment, simply take them in with the mood to experiment. That will give you the energy and intelligence to follow through. So, don't listen with your intellect, listen with deep meditation. Meditation is actually that awareness. Whatever may be your emotion or path at that point in time, just go deeply into it and listen to him. That is enough. You will automatically be filled with energy and clarity. These are all the basic secrets that he is giving us. When we cling to his words, we will be worried that we might forget them. We will start jotting them down. I tell you, the moment you start jotting things down, you miss the whole thing. You will neither have absorbed the energy behind the words, nor would you have completely taken down the words. Naturally, every word we can't jot it down. At the same time, we can't even absorb the complete energy. We are distracted, isn't it? You will go home with scribbled notes, and a few days later, even that will be lying in some corner of the house. Sometime later, even if you find them, you will not be able to make any meaning out of them. It is something like this. Let us say you read a book and retained only the last 2 pages of it in your hand. With just those 2 pages, would you be able to recompile the whole book? Tell me. No. In the same way, don't try to jot down a few of these words and try to recollect the whole thing. Just be present completely when Swamiji is talking. That is enough. That's why in life satsang, we should always trying to drink coffee, trying to see the phone messages, trying to answer somebody, or exactly the milkman will come trying to pay the bill. No. Ask the milkman to get out, come next week, that's it. Tomorrow. Never get distracted during the life satsang. Just be present completely when he's talking. That itself is enough. You don't have to do any technique. His words will penetrate you and do the work if you give your whole presence there. So listen with your being, not with your mind. Don't bother about forgetting his words. When you understand something and transform, you will never forget it. If you have forgotten, it means that you never understood it. Hey, wow! In YouTube, our class is present on the YouTube first page. Huh? Maybe because every day we are doing it, isn't it? Guys, now the darshan is starting. So I think we should disperse now. Please log into YouTube and immediately, Louis, you also go to the Nityananda YouTube live channel and see the darshan. So we will end it here today. Please, till tomorrow, do this awareness technique to be in the present moment. Watch your breath, inhalation and exhalation. Okay? Thank you.
Ma, they are just showing this Annadanam thing is going on, right? On which other
Pardon?
YouTube? Only the Annadanam thing is going on right now. No announcement of Swami Shitoli.
No, I think here
Tiruvannamalai Annadanam is
live darshan
going.
starting shortly, they're saying.
Do you have a two-way this thing? Is there where you're seeing it? Because on YouTube, though, I'm not seeing anything else.
Here, I'm seeing 7th March, live darshan starting shortly.
Do you have a two-way two-way conference thing going on?
I have the two-way also, but until I disconnect from your Zoom, I can't go into two-way. Isn't it?
Yeah, on YouTube, I'm only seeing the Annadanam Tiruvannamalai thing, so not really sure whether they have.
Wait a moment then. Where is Devi? I will put her as a. Oh, Devi is not here anymore. Mauli, I'm putting you as a co-host, okay? So even if I disconnect from the Zoom, you will still get it. Let me see. Let me check in the two-way, guys.
Sorry.
Somebody is calling me or what?
There is a two-way thing.
Just a moment. Huh? I am connecting and seeing. Give me a moment. No, if live darshan is going on or not, I'm connecting and seeing. Well, I can see in two-way, I can see the curtain now. I can see the curtain. It is saying live darshan is going to start. So maybe you guys should connect now. Okay? Connect to YouTube. If anybody has, if you don't have the link, let me copy it and send it to you in the chat box.
Yes, ma'am. Please do share the link.
Yes, I am. Yes, see, I send it to you in the Zoom chat box. Don't miss the live darshan. Maybe it will start in 5 minutes or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, red screen is there.
Yes, red screen is there. So any moment it will open. Okay. Okay, guys. See you.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Sadguru Padarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Meet you tomorrow. Okay.
See you, Ma. Yeah.
Bye.
Thank
See
you. See
you.
you, Ma. Yeah.